It is about a marriage that looks perfectly wonderful from the outside to most people. We have a lawyer, Ben, married to a social worker, Maddy, and they have three children, ages 7, 9, and 14. But what's inside, behind the door, is a lot of anger. We have a man who has extraordinarily volatile moods, and nobody in the family knows which Ben is going to come in the door. And it gets tenser and tenser until, with an incident of road rage, the whole family gets broken. And the question is, will they be able to heal? I think that I think it's based on almost everybody I know. I think at some point in our relationships, whether we're married or not, there's a moment when things go awry. There's a moment when somebody loses their temper. Maybe it's you, maybe it's somebody you know, maybe it happens at you, maybe you're the one who loses your temper. And how you move on, that's what's going to say how the rest of your life is going to be. I worked with batterers for 10 years. And when I came in there, I probably would have said what a good person I was. I never hit my children, and I never did. I had been hit, and I vowed never to do that. But then I realized after working with these guys, I yelled at my children, and that certainly wasn't for my sake. I mean, excuse me, that wasn't for my kids' sake. That was for me to offload my own temper. So I think it's about everybody we know. Well, if I were going to pick one overwhelming trait that all the men I worked with had, it was that they felt like they were victims. And they always found a way to blame somebody else for anything that happened, even if it was totally obvious that they were the ones who had made whatever the problem was happen. And as to whether or not they can change, yes, unless I was dealing with men who were true sociopaths, they could change. The question was always whether they chose to change. We offered them the tools, but whether or not they used them, that was totally up to them. People, last night I had my launch event. Somebody asked me if I was a pantser or a plotter. Pantsers are people who just start and just go. Plotters are people that put it all, into an outline first. I'm definitely an outliner. I have Excel spreadsheets. I'm very careful, but I only do about three-quarters of the book because the end reveals itself through the details that come out as I'm writing. So I don't know exactly how it's going to end till about three-quarters of the way through when I start thinking about that.